ドナツエンパイア。今日は試合があった。そして彼がエンパイアの応援してくれるってよ。みんな、ブローキンテーブルポッドキャストよろしく。
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Broken Tables Arena. This is the Broken Tables Podcast, episode number 68. I am your host, Jeffrey Vegas, here with our co-host, as always, King Rome. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Well, where is he? Where is this mystery opponent you told me? See, this is the thing, Jeff. I knew you were messing with me. I knew that there was no challenge.
There's no messing with you. He will be here. He has not arrived to the arena yet tonight, but he will be here before the night is over. I have been assured he will be here.
Oh, so he can't, whoever this person is, he can't even show up on time, is what you're telling me.
Well, I think he feels like, the match between you two is main event material, so he's going to be here during the main event segment.
Well, at least as champion, some of us show up. I'm the first one here. I was here before you were here, sitting in the Discord, setting up my studio. That's championship material. And
championship material.
It's a shame.
All right, so we will get to that later on in the show. We had a great episode of Rampage here tonight. Not an all-timer or anything by the stretch of the imagination, but a great episode nonetheless. Welcome to everybody in chat. We got Big T, we got Coach Nick, we got a first-time viewer, Val Venus here. Welcome to the show. We got C-Back. Welcome, sir. 123 Kid. So this is the place to be. Yes, it is, sir. Absolutely.
What's up, guys? Welcome, everyone.
All right, so we started off the show like our normal taped Rampages with a match right off the bat. We had the House of Black versus the Dark Order. And remember how we were kind of supposed to wonder who the third member of the Dark Order was going to be here? They even gave us a graphic that had like a grayed out person. I'm wondering if there was some sort of plan that they had going in creative, and then maybe they changed their minds and they forgot to tell the graphic team, and they put up that graphic with the grayed out third person, and they were like, oh wait, it's still just going to be 10.
Yeah, I thought it was a really weird decision to do that, because it's just kind of baffling, because at first, we saw the graphic, we were speculating, oh, are they going to have Hangman take the spot there, which kind of really changes the whole dynamic of the tournament. And no, it ends up being 10. And then I was also kind of surprised, maybe / even disappointed, that Hangman wasn't out there with the Dark Order tonight. Or, tonight.
Yeah, I actually felt the same way. I was wondering where Hangman was here. Did we see him at all during the episode of Dynamite? I'm trying to remember if he might have even been there, you know what I mean?
On Dynamite? No, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think we did. He may not have even been there. That's probably why. But I think he definitely should have been there, considering he's like, I'm in your guys' corner for this, and
Right.
Cody 1331. You hate the Dark Order? Yeah. You and Rome there probably get along. You probably fit right in with the King's Court there.
Well,
Yeah.
so here's my thing, right? And it's good that the Dark Order went on first. We're going to start with the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we could talk about the match first, and then I'll go on. So, carry on, sir.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm actually not super high on the Dark Order right now either, but this was a decent match. They kind of focused in on Ten's knee. We all know Ten had a crazy knee injury. And Miro shows up and interrupts the match. And I did not see this coming at all. Even though somebody kind of spoiled it in chat there, I deleted it before I could read the whole thing. No, I didn't see Alex Reynolds rolling up Malachi Black. That's what I didn't see. I definitely
Okay.
saw Miro coming and cost them the match, but for
You
Alex
almost
Reynolds to get this roll up, I was like, whoa. I was definitely expecting 10 to hit like a big spine buster or something,
you almost like low key just kind of like really infuriated me because we've talked so many times over the last few weeks about the whole Miro storyline, and you were like, "Oh, I didn't see this Miro thing happening at all," and I was like, What are you talking about?" But no, I agree with you. I thought it was a huge surprise to have Reynolds be the one to pick up the roll up here. I also was kind of just generally disappointed in the booking. I mean, we have to see how it plays out with the tournament. But the House of Black is just so over. Even yes, Coach Nick, old man Jeff. Even with you know the Dark Order, maybe this plan that they have for the booking, and Miro comes in, and it's this whole kind of like bullshit finish, distracted finish. It still just doesn't. I don't know. I just don't buy that the Dark Order legitimately beat the House of Black tonight. I'm just like, that doesn't make sense. And then it's even worse for me that Hangman's not out there. It's just okay. Well, wasn't the whole point of Hangman not joining the Young Bucks and Kenny? I mean, there's more to it than that, but also like he said, I need to be in their corner. I need to back them up. So it seemed like a really odd thing to not have Hangman out there. Um, Jeff, I don't know. Are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. What are your thoughts on this? Because it's just, did you honestly buy the Dark Order beating House of Black here, despite
No.
the
No, that's
the
why I
interference?
was so shocked with the roll up from Reynolds there. You know what I mean? Like it would have been a little more believable for me if I really think we should have had 10, go wild and you know I think Buddy should have took the pin here. Why did Malachi take the pin? I think someone in chat said it here. Sean Ireland, man. Yeah, what's up, man? Mick Foley, welcome as well. I, I definitely think Buddy or even King, King's really high right now after his match with Darby, but I think one of them should have taken the pin. I'm not sure why we're pinning Malachi here, but someone else had a pretty good point in chat there that this might be leading to 10 having like an injury and getting replaced by Hangman against the Elite. That would be pretty cool.
My next problem with that really comes down to then why wasn't Hangman there at ringside? Again, it just feels kind of like an oversight in the booking, where the whole idea is that Hangman is there to back up the Dark Order, and when it came down to it, he didn't do that. And you know what? Maybe that's intentional. Who knows? Um, but man, I just we're gonna see on Sunday. We've been talking about positive Rome, negative Rome in terms of the Dark Order and their direction. And Sunday, September 4th, we're gonna see the culmination of this. Now, could it be something? Yes. Could it be nothing? Also, yes. Um, we'll see. I mean, right now we're supposed to believe that the Dark Order had a chance to beat the House of Black, and I don't really buy that. And I mean, they're clearly going to beat the Best Friends next Friday, unfortunately. Although in my mind, the Best Friends are leaps and bounds, leagues better than the Dark Order. Like it's not even a competition. Um, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, we still have time to let it play out. But the in ring action was good, but the storyline is still just we have to kind of see where we go. You know.
Yeah, I agree. Evil Uno is coming back from Germany, so if he's the one who replaces 10, or even if that's even what happens, I don't even know, but we'll see. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So next up we had well actually, so Darby and Sting come out for the save, by the way. So I wonder if we're gonna get any sort of you know, I don't want to say like interfaction match here, but something cool could come out of that. Some Dark Order and Darby, or Dark Order with Sting type thing. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna do a trios match at All Out, but I would much rather have them do some singles matches here. Honestly, what I would like to see, and I think the long-term plan here for this rivalry is Darby and Malachi Black. I think that's where they want to be at. I think that's kind of like the finale of this storyline. But
Yeah.
I would do Miro and Malachi Black at the pay-per-view, and I would do Darby. I think I would do Darby versus Buddy, or you could do a tag match if you want to get Sting on the card. Have Darby and Sting versus Buddy and Brody. I think those two work.
Yeah, I think all of
But I
that
would do
works. You know, you could flip and flop that any way you want, really, and I think it still works. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so next up we had a backstage promo with Hook, who says that he does not care, and he walks away. Daddy Magic comes running up, and you know, Daddy Magic is like, "Where's Hook? Where'd he go?" And I'm like, "Dude, he was 3 feet away from you, man. You had to see the back of his head walking away, man. Like, come on."
well, Lexi Nair said it too. She's like, he's literally right there.
Yeah, she's like, he's literally right there. And they stopped to turn at the camera. True sports entertainers, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Daddy Magic's probably one of my favorite guys on the mic right now. Just he's absolutely fantastic on the mic. He is great. Next up we had Ryan Nemeth finally getting some time to shine on some real TV, not on Dark. Ryan Nemeth versus Wardlow. And they had Ryan Nemeth come out as one of the real heels, you know, the hometown heel, insulting your local sports team. In this case, it was the Cleveland Browns, who, in my opinion, deserve to be insulted because of the entire Deshaun Watson shenanigans, or whatever you want to call that trash. But
why? It's just wild. We're a wrestling podcast. I know some people like Big T, like they don't know. He doesn't know anything about football. But
we bleed football
since you brought
here.
it up, can we just talk about the ridiculousness of Calvin Ridley, who plays for the Falcons, gets suspended for a whole year, a whole season, suspended, no exceptions, suspended for a whole season because he bet some money on his own team. Not that they were going to lose, not that he was going to throw the game, that they were going to win the games, that they were going to win games. But then you have Deshaun Watson with like 40 plus girls on Instagram and all this awful shit he's done. And like the original ruling is 6 games, and then they up it to 11 games. Oh, but we charged him $5 million. Yeah, he signed a fucking $260 million contract.
Yeah, the only person gonna notice that's his accountant.
It's just fucking awful. I'm so glad that I don't like Jalen Hurts here in Philadelphia. I'm not a Jalen Hurts guy, but I'm so glad we didn't get Deshaun Watson.
Oh no, I would have been mad.
Just gross.
Yeah, it's gross. All right, so Ryan Nemeth insults the Browns, and the crowd didn't really boo it. They kind of were just like, yeah, we kind of, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it was pretty funny. And then Wardlow comes out.
From what I've read, half the fan base in Cleveland are not happy about the Deshaun thing.
No, yeah, they shouldn't be.
Yep.
But so Wardlow comes out, and apparently he is a Cleveland hometown guy as well, and I did not know that. So that's actually pretty cool. Wardlow got a very warm welcome from the crowd as he comes out. Before the match gets started, we see Chris Sabin come out with Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh. It's really good to see the Motor City Machine Guns, man. I was a big fan of Chris Sabin when he was in Impact. He had an amazing match with Bully Ray for the world title where he wound up hitting Bully Ray in the face with a hammer to take the title from him. It was great. If you haven't seen it, it is free on YouTube. It is a freaking awesome match. Basically, Ryan Nemeth is poking the bear, poking Wardlow, saying he deserves everything Wardlow has. He deserves to be champion, and Wardlow headbutts the ever-living daylights out of him, man. That was a really nice-looking headbutt. The camera was hard cam right down the middle, so they didn't try to sell it with the cam, and he just, bah! It looked great. Did you think it looked as good as I did?
Yeah, man. I thought that this was a very, very good. Everyone came out of this looking. Well, Wardlow came out of this looking great.
Yeah, absolutely. Just squashes Nemeth afterwards with 4 power bombs, 1, 2, 3. You know, foot on chest.
it was a hometown crowd pleaser. You know, it
Yeah,
was.
absolutely.
I thought it was great. I thought Ryan Nemeth, you know, he is kind of like this Rampage filler guy, which is a good spot for him. He was on Rampage 2 weeks ago. I guess Jeff has a
Hey,
complete blackout of 2 weeks ago.
look at that.
It's not the
Gold Dust
first
is in
time.
chat. Had a great match tonight, sir. Absolutely great match. We will get to you at the end there.
Hell yeah, man. I would also like to point out that Goldust, his avatar in the Battle Royale is a Noctowl who has a nice shiny gold tint to him.
He does. Yeah,
And
that's great.
actually, I think that's actually a shiny Noctowl, I think.
And he wins.
Yeah, it's a shiny Noctowl. Hence the gold color. But yeah, this was a really fun spot. It was fun. It was good. It's a good Rampage segment. You know,
Yeah,
you got an hour.
exactly.
You only have so much you can do in an hour. You know, this pleases the hometown crowd, makes Wardlow look good, moves forward a storyline. Good.
Yeah,
Very good.
absolutely. All right, next up we had a quick backstage segment with Andrade and Rush. Well, the Andrade family office. So I'm probably going to take some shit for this one here, but I am confused that this is even still a thing.
Were you confused?
I thought for sure that this was done with. Like, didn't they get into a fight last couple weeks, and I guess they didn't really officially break up. It just seemed like they got in each other's faces, and I don't know. And then Rush says, the only thing he says is, "I turned on my own brother." And I was just like, no shit. Like, it was just so awkward. I don't know. It felt very awkward to me. I don't know. I'm probably in a minority here.
Jeez, here we go again. You know, excuse me.
I was gonna say, shall we just move along? Or okay, the glasses are coming out.
No. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing excellent, sir.
Okay. So, are you aware of in pro wrestling, it's called a build,
Yes.
where like sometimes things happen over the course of weeks, months, sometimes even maybe years.
Long-term booking. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, Private Party is on the road to being split up from the rest of the AFO. The AFO is about to be disbanded, basically.
I agree.
So there was a last week they were arguing, or not. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Whatever it was, they were arguing. Private Party and Andrade and Rush were arguing about Private Party's lack of ability to pick up the win against Swerve and Our Glory. And Andrade and Rush were like, you guys need to carry your weight, basically. So now here we are the next week. They have once again not carried their weight. They failed. Now, Private Party, they're clearly going to be leaning towards probably being the baby faces after this breakup is done. They're like, well, you guys lost too. It is, whatever it is, what it is, you lost as well. And then Rush says that, he points out that he turned on his younger brother because he's saying that so they know that he's not afraid, or he's 100% willing to absolutely kick their asses to the curb if they can't deliver. That's the point of him saying that he turned on his brother. He's like, if you see what I did to my brother, if you see that and like that's what I'll do to him, what do you think I'm going to do to you?
Gotcha.
That was the point of that.
Gotcha. That does make a lot of sense.
Of course it does.
All right, so next up we had Powerhouse Hobbs versus, I'm not sure if it was a local talent, but it was definitely a jobber. His name was Ashton Day. One of the rare times I actually caught, the jobber's name here. I think it was because of Jericho. Jericho was like, I'm rooting for Ashton Day. I think it's going to be this guy's, he's going to win this time. He's like, something about this guy. And before Jericho could even finish his sentence, he just got obliterated. And I think it was JR. What's that?
Are you able to turn my can you turn my audio up a little bit? Are you able to do that on your end?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I was just told that I'm coming off kind of quiet on the stream.
There you go. I just cranked you up a bit there.
Gotcha. Appreciate it.
Let us know how it is on your guys' end. I can turn them up more if needed. So yeah, I actually thought this was great here, especially with Jericho kind of almost rooting for this guy to start off the match, and then just having him get absolutely obliterated. Powerhouse Hobbs mocks Ricky Starks a little bit there, hits him with the spine buster for the 1-2-3 game over. I really, really enjoyed what came up next here because it was actually unexpected for me. I thought that QT Marshall and them were kind of like out of the picture here, but it was a really, really nice surprise to see them having Ricky Starks backstage, basically tied to a chair, his mouth all bloodied up. QT Marshall pulls off his Rolex and just smashes Ricky right in the face with a Rolex wrapped around his hand. And I saw you trying to stop me there. What'd you want to add there?
You can finish your point. You can finish your point. I have something to say about it, but you can finish your point.
No, that was it. Yeah, I did finish that. QT Marshall smashes him in the face with the Rolex, and Ricky Starks left bloody.
So I'm once again surprised that you kind of felt like this was a surprise to you. We had the factory literally talking to Hobbs about how they promised they were going to take care of Ricky Stark. So I mean, you should not be surprised by this that they jumped him.
I think it's I dislike the Nightmare or the Factory so much that I kind of forget about them constantly.
I think the Factory are fine. I think you're quite hating on the Factory.
I think they're definitely the necessary like jobbers. They're cool with me. I just
they're the heel Dark Order.
Yeah.
There you go. In the chat, Big T, that is a Noctowl. That is a Gen 2 Pokemon in the Gold and Silver games. Jeff would not know what that is.
Well, he asked what type is it. I mean, he's looking for like, is that a flying type? Is that
It's a flying type. It's a flying. I believe it's flying/normal.
Flying/normal. Yeah, I was gonna say at least flying. That was all I knew.
Yeah, all the early bird types or flying types. It's kind of weird. Once they did the 2-type thing, which I think actually, no, I'm dumb. I think that was in Gen 1.
Yeah.
Disregard that. But since the beginning, for some reason, a lot of the flying types were always normal types. Too. It was kind of an odd thing. I didn't really understand that, but sorry, there was another question I saw. I was going to answer it, but then I saw the Big T's question.
Okay,
Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's doing he's doing like a trying to repent for his heel actions character right now.
I really enjoy that Matt Hardy character right now.
I do too. I think it's leading towards Broken Matt again, which is good. I'm a big fan of Broken Matt, so
I think it's going to be a slightly different version of him. Like, do you see how he's acting right now on BTE? I really, really like that. Like, if he could take that just a little farther and have that be like a new Broken type, I'm all in. I love it. So I think Gold Dust is the question I wanted to answer here. So what is an elite point? So when you guys win those battle royales, you win some of these points that are basically just like points for the channel. You can't redeem them for anything just yet, but in the future, I'm going to be making it to where certain of these avatars, you have to use your points to purchase them. So you'll have to win some battle royales to like be Brawly or Goku and stuff like that. But right now, you guys just have free reign. You can be anything you want. All right, so next up, we had a promo with Jade and the Baddies, which I believe was just Layla Gray and Kira Hogan. Layla Gray tried to speak out of turn here and got kicked out of the Baddies, it looked like. She basically said, I'm done with her, get this trash out of here. So I'm pretty sure that's her being kicked out of the Baddies, but we shall see. Jade cut a nice promo by herself to the camera. Calls out Athena to a match at All Out, and Athena shows up, starts a nice little brawl. I thought this was a good little segment here, and I can't wait to see Athena versus Jade. I have a feeling Athena's going to be able to give Jade a really, really good match, one way or another,
Yeah, I think All Out is shaping up to be an excellent pay-per-view.
Coach Nick's wife said Layla Gray has a fake ass. I mean, it's possible, man, but dude, these days it's crazy what, it's crazy.
Science is incredible.
Yeah. All right, next up was Sammy and Ty Conti versus Ruby Soho and Ortiz. This was a decent match, some of these intergender matches are kind of hit or miss for me. The last time they had one I thought was great. This one was just okay for me. I thought it had a great start, but it was just it was weird. Once Sammy got involved, his white trunks just looked like a diaper to me. and I just couldn't like unsee it for the rest of the match. It was just really weird. I don't know if you probably didn't see that, but you know.
I mean, I saw he was wearing white trunks, but
Yeah.
no, I didn't associate that with a diaper.
I think it was ever since I used to watch the like original NXT with Bo Dallas, and people would make fun of his white trunks, and I was just like, I can't unsee it after that. But you know, it wasn't horrible. Decent match. Anna Jay comes out and interrupts and smashes Ruby Soho into the stairs. I don't know how Ortiz got split open. I think we kind of missed it, but I'm wondering if it was Angelo Parker because he showed up on the apron, and by that time Ortiz was kind of laid out, bloodied. So I'm assuming Angelo Parker did something that we missed on camera. But Sammy hits a massive cutter off the top ropes, and Sammy and Ty get the win for the 1-2-3. What'd you think of this?
It was a good match. Enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much, like you said. I didn't enjoy it as much as the last week's mixed tag match with Sky Blue and Dante Martin. I thought
Yeah,
that was
way better.
thought that was really fun. This was fine. I didn't really have an issue with it, but I didn't care for it either.
Yeah. Yeah, it was I think the only thing we can kind of compare it to is last week the two Sky Blue and Dante, like they're supposed to be like an actual couple as well, right? This one,
Yeah.
Ruby Soho and Ortiz, like I've just never felt like they've never really been a part of the same group or anything. They just kind of are like both Eddie Kingston's friends, you know what I mean?
Well, the problem is that Eddie Kingston was suspended for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they kind of had to just throw something out there to kind of make sense. Based off Eddie Kingston kind of being back on Twitter today, I kind of wonder if maybe the suspension is up. Maybe we still get Sammy versus Eddie at All Out.
So
I think there's still time to do it.
I believe when you first announced the suspension, they said that it was already up. It had already taken place, and they just now like announced the suspension, and it was already over. I thought.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I think, well, because here's the thing, right? You have to think about the timeline of which it happened. He got married about a month ago.
Yeah.
Sammy got married a month ago. And then they went on their honeymoon, I think. And then this whole thing started because Sammy cut a promo on Eddie on Rampage, a Rampage taping. And it was cut. That's my understanding of what happened. So, yeah, I think if it happened, like, let's say they got married and then 2 weeks later. So, I mean, yeah, I think it would be about up. So,
Yeah. If
we'll
anything,
see, but
yeah, if anything this
Sorry,
week or next. So,
yeah, well, I mean, that's the story they're telling right now. They're telling this story where, Sammy and Ty are kind of just going through, the mixed tag thing and being Eddie Kingston's friends up. So I mean, yeah, I think that's where we're going with it, but we'll see. I don't know.
yeah, I got you.
I would like to see that match on the pay-per-view still, but who knows?
Oh, me too. Yep. All right, so next up we had the video package that I was absolutely hoping that we would see. We got a little bit of a Moxon Punk video package where Punk was kind of being helped backstage. And he basically was talking to the doctor and saying it just gave out. There was no pop, there was no nothing. I didn't feel anything, and it just gave out. But then he said something that all right. Throughout the week, people have been pointing out that he was grabbing the foot that was his plant foot, correct? And it wasn't the foot that actually made contact with his head.
Correct.
But when he was back there with the doctor on this one, he's talking about the foot that's the one he broke. And he said, I didn't feel anything either the last time it broke, or when I broke it. So I'm almost wondering if there's a little bit of a mix-up going on somewhere, but it's fine. It's doing what it needs to do. He hurt his foot again. What did you take from this?
What I took from it was I kind of find myself in a place of disbelief / confusion. It's clearly a storyline at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
It's definitely a work. I do think Punk is fine. I don't think he's still injured, and I don't think. So, like, a lot of the word going around is that the plan is still to do Punk versus Moxley at All Out. And I just don't know how we rebound from this a week later, where, I mean, you could just say that it was a scare and maybe it wasn't as bad, like the foot injury, and maybe they're really just trying to make it seem like Punk has no chance of winning. and then he beats Mox. Again, like we'll have to see where it goes. We're kind of in the middle of this story right now, so like right now I'm not a fan of it, but in hindsight, it can be better if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So, I mean, we just kind of got to wait and see. I'm still not a fan of, we talked about it on Wednesday, how I wasn't a fan of the match being as short as it was and them going the way they went with it. The ratings clearly showed that that was a huge match that people wanted to see.
Yeah.
I think they did over 1,200,000, I think.
Yeah, it did very well. The highest
For that
rating they've
match
had in a long
specifically.
time.
Yeah, that match specifically did 1.2 million. So, and then it dropped off after that match. 200,000 people turned off. So,
Yeah, and like I was saying in Discord, a lot of people actually enjoyed it though. A lot of the WWE fans, like I'm not sure if you saw this match, but they're equating it to like the Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar at, I believe it was WrestleMania, but this is the good one where Goldberg just squashed Lesnar out of nowhere and nobody was like ready for it. They're like, "What the hell just happened?" So some of them are saying like, "Yo, what if Punk comes back at All Out and actually smashes, comes back and beats Moxley," kind of following that. So if that's where they're going, I'm in for it, but I don't think it came across to you and I as good as it did to some others. I thought it was just, and it was actually longer than we thought. It was plus 3 minutes. I think it was like 3 minutes and a few seconds.
yeah. But you know what? But that's my thing. So again, if WWE fans are comparing it to a Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg match, for me, that's not a good thing. That's me personally. Everyone has their
Yeah.
own thing. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg is something that has never interested me and never will interest me. I was still watching the product when that match happened, and it was not a good main event. It was the main event of their pay-per-view, and it lasted 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was like just sitting there with my eyes open, like, what?
But
I was like,
yeah,
what the fuck was that?
again, there's ways that the story can go that make up for it. Well, we got to see what happens. Luckily, we don't have to wait long because it's All Out week next week. Which, by the way, let's fucking go.
Oh, absolutely. Hold up.
But yeah, I mean, we got to see what's going to happen. So next week for Dynamite, it's confirmed that Moxley's going to have a promo segment. So that's where we'll see whatever we see, whether it's Punk, whether it's MJF, whether it's, I don't know what else it would be, but if it's something else, we'll see. But so I mean, yeah, I think the fact that he said that he didn't feel anything, it just gave way, could be the way of them kind of saying it wasn't actually that serious. But then again, I don't know if I like that necessarily. I don't know if they go the route of, oh, well, his leg gave way, but now he's fine. Now he can wrestle you at 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that, but
we'll see where they go.
For me, as long as it delivers a great main event at All Out, it makes up for it.
Yeah. I tell you what I want to see at All Out. I don't want to see Moxley lose clean because I want Punk to go heel for sure. And I want to see an old school brass knuckles in the trunks thing. You know what I mean? I want Punk to cause someone to come cause a distraction outside, and I want Punk to take out some brass knuckles and just bow. Like that's what I want to see.
See, my only problem with that is the fact that the last time Mox lost a world title, it was the exact same finish. So I don't want them to go the exact same route with it. That's my problem.
Was it the same? I mean, I guess it was a microphone to the forehead. I guess you're kind of equating it to the same thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was Don Callis slid Kenny Omega the microphone, and Kenny, smashed him on the head.
I mean, it could be the story of like the only way people can beat Mox is with a foreign object, but I just don't want to see him lose clean yet. I want Punk to do something heelish.
I don't know. I mean, I disagree. I mean, Mox hasn't been beaten clean in 3 years, so
yeah,
I don't think there's anything wrong with him losing a one match clean at this point. It's been 3 years.
I don't think it should be to Punk. I think it should be someday in the future to somebody we want to build up, maybe.
It's understandable. That's fair. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, but gotta let it play out.
Yeah, no worries. All right, so next up, actually, real quick, anybody see that Titans commercial? The DC, I want to say Teen Titans, but I guess they weren't teens anymore. That commercial for that show looked really good. Does that already have some seasons under its belt?
Jeff, that show is years old.
Oh, okay. I don't watch TV, man. The only television I watch is wrestling or football. So
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you miss some things. It kind of baffles me. Especially because you said like you're the guy that sent me the Black Adam trailer and was like, "Let's fucking go." And I'm
I
like,
mean, it
I
was
don't really care about
suggested
this.
to me on my
So
YouTube. I've never
so
had the Titans
you got
suggested.
hype as fuck for a Black Adam trailer.
Got
No
The
offense to
Rock,
people that are
man.
excited for excited for people that no offense to people who are excited for that. But you got hype as fuck for a Black Adam trailer, but you had no idea that this Titan show was a thing. Like
No,
what?
I don't watch
Just weird.
television,
It's
man.
just weird.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's just weird.
All right, so next up we had Dustin Rhodes versus Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World Championship. What a great match. I'm really happy to see Dustin still getting his time in the ring in a main event of a Rampage. He still got it, man. He still got it for sure.
Yeah. Real quick in the chat, Coach is kind of saying what I was saying last week, and for me, this is absolutely what I want to see have happen. Is what if MJF comes back and costs Mox and Punk, or costs Moxley and Punk and MJF join forces? For me, that is the ultimate what I want to see have happen. Like if I could have it my way, that's what I would have. That's what I would do.
So then I got to ask you, how does that make sense?
Well, the way it makes sense is Punk and Mox, or no, I'm sorry, Punk and MJF are cut from the same cloth. They are two very like-minded individuals at the end of the day. So I could see it being where Punk turns heel, and his whole thing is that like I came back here to AEW for the fans. I came back here to help young talent grow, and like the fans turned on me last week, and like the talent has done nothing but badmouth me. So you know what? Fuck all you guys. I'm doing this for me now. And there's only one other guy who I know is right about the way, agrees with this outlook that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's MJF. And then, eventually it's not going to last, but you could just have it where like these two guys are just snakes, and they're both snakes.
Yeah, I actually like that. When you said they're cut from the same cloth, like MJF, he dropped his pipe bomb and then he left, just like how Punk dropped his pipe bomb and he left. That could be really good if they do that right. That'd be insane.
George Lucas once said that good storytelling is like poetry. It needs to rhyme. It needs to have the ebbs and the flows that kind of bring it all together. And that's what I would do, and I think that would be really, really cool. Because here's the thing. The TV negotiations, the deal, they're ramping up. And two of the biggest guys who bring in the ratings are Punk and MJF. You put them together, if they're working together all the time, you're gonna that's money. You print that's money. They're just and there's so much realism to it too, because MJF, his favorite wrestler was CM Punk, and if Punk pulls him aside and Punk turns heel and Punk does this, the whole MJF Punk storyline previously was that Punk just wasn't the same guy that he used to be, and MJF had nothing but admiration and love this old CM Punk, the CM Punk that didn't give a fuck, that was heel, that like piece of shit. So I think MJF sees CM Punk acting like this, and he's like, this man's my fucking hero. Dude, and so I could see it being the type of thing where it's like an understanding / agreement between the two of them, where like MJF's like, you're my fucking hero, I'm gonna make sure you're the top guy, so long as when the time comes, you return the favor, and when it's my time, it's my time. And that, I could see that being just the thing, MJF babyface. Wow, you really.
What's up, Juan? Welcome to the chat.
Like, I just happened to look down, and I'm just like, who the fuck just suggested MJF turn babyface?
No, we're turning awful. Punk heel, and we're going nuclear with both of them. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, exactly. Big team. MJF will be his Padawan, and he'll be his number 2, and he'll, and then maybe they do the Stokely's thing, because again, Stokely's still building up this clientele.
I was gonna say, man, imagine those dudes. Oh, and we haven't seen Sean Spears since MJF left, have we?
No, but imagine a faction with CM Punk, MJF, Ethan Page, Stokely Hathaway, and sure, Sean Spears. I mean, I guess the Ass Boys too. I think they kind of feel like the odd man out in this faction, but I mean, still.
The Pinnacle, I think FTR and Wardlow were calling themselves the Real Pinnacle or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be crazy. All right, so let's get back on track here to the Dustin Rhodes match. Again, very good match. Really good to see Dustin Rhodes in the ring, still kicking some ass and putting on a great match. I don't even know what his age is. He's definitely older than me, but man, he's still got it. He's definitely still got it. So question for you: the finish here. We had Claudio trying to do the leap up over Dustin, while they do the rope rebound thing. Did that look like a botch to you, or did it look like they were trying to sell Dustin, hitting him in the nuts?
Yeah, so I absolutely thought this was a botch. I think, watching this match, I was like, man, it's such a great match, but the ending really just kind of underwhelms. And I think it's absolutely a botch because, number one, they do a really weird cut to just kind of Claudio doing the uppercut, and that's the end of the match. And it wasn't very good. I think that they had something planned, and it just doesn't go that way.
I
I
think he
absolutely
really
think
headbutted him in the nuts, and he was really like, "Ow!" Like, dude, let's just finish this.
Yeah, be like, I'm fucking. It hurts. It really hurts. Can we just end this match?
Spears and
Um,
his wife are having a baby. Oh hell yeah! Congratulations to Spears. I didn't even know he was married. On his
he's
question, does
married.
Stokely wrestle? I do not believe so. I think he is strictly a manager everywhere that I've seen him.
Yeah, yeah, Jeff. The fucking Sean Spears is married to one of the Iconics, the Inspirations, or whatever they were called.
Oh really? One of the girls from the
Cassie
Iconics?
Lee,
Okay.
Cassie Lee.
Good on him, man. Those are both basically supermodels now. They make more money doing their photo shoots than they did in wrestling. All right, so yeah, Claudio hits that pop-up uppercut out of nowhere after taking a low blow. He basically just stands up and hits this pop-up uppercut, 1, 2, 3. Seems like they rushed the finish there, but yeah, it did what it needed to do. Claudio looked strong. Dustin, like I keep saying, he still got it. It was a decent match and a great episode of Rampage. Um, what do we have set up for Wednesday? I know you always keep track of these here.
Sure. So, live this week on AEW Dynamite, it is the go home show, or the go home Dynamite, anyways. For All Out, we have Jake Hager versus Brian Danielson with Chris Jericho and special guest commentator. We will
Ooh,
hear from John Moxley. Again, that'll probably be the world title match setup. Let's see, what else do we got? Sorry. We got a tag team match, Tony Storm and Hikaru Shida versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter. We have Will Ospreay and Aussie Open versus the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. There was a really good post Dynamite promo between Kenny and Will Ospreay. I would recommend people checking that out if you didn't. Um, let's see. On Friday, we have the Dark Order versus the Best Friends. That's what we got for next week so far.
nice. Not too much that they're giving us yet. Hopefully they'll give us the rest of the matches over these next couple days.
Yep, I'm sure we will. There's a lot more to do, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. All right, give me a moment here to get our
So I know you want to set up the GM thing. I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this story that came out with Fightful and
absolutely.
kind of vent a frustration, if you would.
Yeah, you
So
go right ahead while I set the game up. Perfect.
absolutely. So folks, a story came out today from Fightful about the relationship between AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery. So I'm gonna pull this up real quick and let's run through this. All right. Again, the story is coming out of Fightful. Fightful's Will Washington, to be precise. Uh, sorry. All right, let's see. So, Will Washington learned some significant details around the relationship between Warner Brothers Discovery and All Elite Wrestling. A source inside Warner Brothers Discovery talked to Fightful briefly about their current relationship with AEW and noted that while they still have a significant amount of time left on their contract, AEW programming in its current form makes no negative waves and overall holds up their end of the deal quite well, particularly when it comes to ratings and performance. Both sides talked about how pleased they were with the House of Dragon and Shark Week integrations during AEW's summer programming block, noting how those are two of the most important properties in the Warner Brothers Discovery wheelhouse, and there was a high level of trust in having AEW handle them. Regarding some of the rumors on social media about upcoming changes to AEW programming, including the ridiculous one about Dynamite being cut to 1 hour a week. Warner Brothers Discovery was completely unaware of this rumor, while AEW officials knew of its circulation. Both assured us that they were completely false. It was stressed to Fightful that the notion of the two sides having an adversarial relationship at all is not accurate, as the two sides meet frequently to discuss AEW programming. The Wrestling Observer newsletter today noted that word had come from Warner Brothers Discovery that they'd like the language toned down on AEW programming. AEW tells Fightful that they believe this was a quote taken out of context from the all-talent meeting on Wednesday regarding promos and talent going into business for themselves. The point was to stress that they could get network heat if they fly too close to the sun, but they're told this was not an edict from the network. So, as we've been discussing for 3 years, but really let's say like the last few months, the relationship between the network and AEW is still incredibly strong. Jeff's playing music on me. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate you.
Why? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm trying to cover a story here, and you're not respecting the champ, doing his thing, and it's fine. Hopefully everybody heard that okay.
Why would there be music? Hang on, let me find it. I don't even see any music.
Were you guys able to hear the
music on your
story?
page? Where's it coming from?
This is ridiculous. These are the things I have to deal with as champion.
Juan, what the hell, man? We'll have to get Juan on this. Give me a second here to find it, but I don't see any music playing on.
Big T Coach, can you guys confirm that everything? Trav Rock saying it's from the GM game, Jeff. Big T saying yeah, it was okay. Yeah, Juan, you know what? I am in shambles because my guy on the 1s and 2s is letting me down. Anyways,
we're good. It was from the GM game. I couldn't hear that music. Okay, thank you.
Okay. It was very faint. It's fine. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just busting your balls. So anyways, the relationship between the network and AEW is really strong. And it's so annoying and irritating, right? Where and it's mostly coming from WWE fans. And I do a pretty good job at tuning them out, but unfortunately there is a bleeding effect. But there is such a fucking double standard in pro wrestling in terms of the companies, and honestly I find it extremely exhausting and frustrating. So everyone was freaking out this week because, oh man, Sammy Guevara and Eddie Kingston had their beef. You know what? Yeah, they did. And what happened? Tony Khan suspended Eddie Kingston for 2 weeks, and they hashed it out. They might not like each other, but they don't have to like each other. That's just the way it is. If this happened, in WWE, it'd be like, oh, it's not a big deal. It is what it is. But it happened to AEW, and you would think the company's closing down. And it's a point of frustration for me where I just feel like, I know this is coming from a weird place because I'm a guy that does typically criticize WWE, but I'm not sitting there nitpicking. If a story came out about disagreeing backstage at WWE, it'd be like, well, haha, place sucks, but it happens. And I just feel like there's an expectation that AEW has to be absolutely perfect, or otherwise they're like going to end. It's like this really weird thing. Jeff, have you experienced any of that on your time on the internet at all? Because
recently, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, it was like as soon as Vince McMahon left, it was just like, all right, well now AEW is just dog shit, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like again, like these stupid rumors, like oh AEW Dynamite's not doing well and it's going to 1 hour a week. Like it's the #1 show on cable on Wednesday nights almost every week. You know, like people don't understand that. Like you got to compare what else is being watched. It's not like AEW is finishing 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, you know, bottom 10, you know. Even if they were doing #2 every week, they're not. There are some weeks where they come in #2, but generally speaking, they're in the top 2 in cable, usually #1.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to kind of get that out because it's like, you know, I think I was on the Discord saying this, but like Thursday, I just decided to completely stay off social media, and it was delightful. Let me tell you, it was
Yeah.
great. I loved it. I
I'm telling you,
legitimately had a better day.
it's definitely better throughout my day to not be on Twitter. I'll put it that much.
Yeah, and Trav Rock really kind of hit the nail on the head here. WWE loyalists trying to keep AEW down by any means necessary, and you know what? That's also something that really just kind of frustrates me, right? Because here's the thing: complete bias aside, because again, I am an AEW fan and not a WWE fan, but I could sit down and have a conversation with you guys, and I could sit here and I could tell you why I don't like WWE because I watched the product for years, over a decade. I don't even know how many years. I'm not going to bother counting.
Hey,
But
look at that. Juan finally said something that we agree with for the first time in like 48 hours.
proud of you, Juan. You're growing up. You're growing up, kid. I knew if you stayed in school, you would eventually learn something. Anyways, it's just kind of ridiculous. It's like you have WWE fans who don't watch AEW, you know, and they hate it because it's not WWE. And again, that's another reason why I just don't feel good about watching the product. And like, it's absolutely the tribalism of the fan base. It's just like, I can't sit here and say like, okay, well the product's getting a lot better. Let me go sit with that fan base because that fan base is fucking disgusting. I'm sorry. Like, and not the people that watch both. I'm saying the people that just watch that. It's I don't know. It's upsetting, and it's kind of a shame. You know, and that's kind of all I really had for you guys about that. But you know, the Sammy and Eddie thing, it happened. By the way, I mentioned it earlier. Both guys went on Twitter today. Eddie was, you know, big props to Eddie and big props to Sammy too, because they both could have handled this in a very quiet way where like it happened and we just move on and the animosity sits there. But you know, Eddie went on Twitter today and he's like, I was in the wrong. Like he's like, all you guys that are going at Sammy on Twitter, leave him the fuck alone because I'm the bad guy here. He's the victim. And you know,
Yeah.
and Sammy turned around and repaid that favor. You know, he went on there and he said, look, you guys that are threatening him, don't fucking do that. That's not cool. Like we had a disagreement. It happened. It's in the past. Let's move forward. You know,
So
and props to those guys.
I'm glad you brought this up because the Sammy one. Now, I have played the role of said Twitter troll before in the past. And the way that I took Sammy's tweet was to be like to all of his followers, like, hey, look what this guy did. Would sure be a shame if anyone else did. I kind of saw it in like another trolley type way where he was almost like egging it on. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe. I don't know. At the end of the day, for me, like I that's how I saw it. I saw him as owning up to it.
Yeah.
Trav Rock would, you know, the coach is vouching for you, sir. Would you like to join the King's Court? Let me know. Let me know.
King's Court is very fancy.
Yeah, so the King's Court, you know, we have all the gold coming next week. Big T and the coach are going to win the tag titles. Apparently, I have some sort of challenger, which he's still not here. Jeff, is the challenger like okay, Jeff, seriously. Is the challenger coming or not? Because
I have been advised he is about 20 to 30 minutes out, so he should arrive by the time we are finished with our game here.
it's fucking ridiculous. I don't know what kind of game you have planned here. But okay. All
All
right.
right, so we're going to head on over to the arcade, guys. Meet us on over there. All right, so tonight we're going to have our week number 2 of Dynamite Wrestling Promotions. We're going to create our fight card here and see if we can do as good, if not better, than our week number 1. So we need to create 90 minutes worth of the show here. If you guys are not aware, we are now the owners of a wrestling organization. We are going to create a weekly show. We have to fill 90 minutes worth of television time, and we get rated on each match and each show overall as well. So let's start off with Rome. What do you think should be our first segment of the night? Should we start with a match or some sort of an angle, like a promo or...
I want to start with a promo. I'm a big start the show with a promo guy. That's my thing. I like.
Do you have a specific type of promo? Do you want to do like let's see here. We can have somebody kind of doing where they're going crazy, like an insanity thing. We can do a locker room. We can do a championship celebration, which we actually did have the world championship match last week. Or we could just do a normal promo, backstage attack, or a challenge.
Let's do a celebration since we have a new champion from last week.
All right, let's do the celebration. Just the champion, or should he bring somebody with him?
Who's our champion?
Our champion. Let's go back here. Whoop, whoop. So I believe it changed hands last week. I'm trying to get it to where it's... Oh, here we go. I click champion. That's how we do it. So our champion is... Oh my God. This thing makes me click everything. World champion is Matt Pierce from the United States with 1.2 million, or I'm sorry, 1.3 million followers, fans, whatever you want to call it.
Hold on. Timeout. Trav Rock says, sure, who does he have to beat? Trav Rock, for the King's Court, it's more of a, you're appointed to the King's Court, and we vote on it. Clearly, Coach has vouched for you, and I also vote yay. Big T can vote if he wants, but even if he were to vote nay, he would be outvoted by myself and the coach. So, you're in. Welcome to the King's Court.
Yeah, no battles necessary, Trav.
Grows stronger every week. It's a beautiful thing. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, man, we're still over here in shambles, man, in the high rollers, but it's all right. We still got our suite at the top of the Bellagio. We're okay.
No.
All right, so our angle is gonna have to be with our champion Matt Pierce.
Oh. Okay. Big T says I don't care, so that's a yes. He's in.
All right, so segment, we are doing a celebration. Where's Mr. Pierce at? There he is for Matt Pierce. How long shall we make this celebration? We can go anywhere up to 15 minutes.
Man, Juan is killing it tonight. I got to give the kid props. Jeff, don't let Rome put out shows. He's going to be producing Hell in a Cell 2019 shows. That's funny. That actually made me laugh. That was good. I would absolutely not be booking a show like Hell in a Cell 2019. That's insulting to me. But it was funny, so it's okay. Yeah, that was really funny. What was your question, Jeff? I'm sorry.
No. So how long should we make this championship celebration?
Let's go with 10 minutes.
10 minutes, all right. All right, so it's going to be our champion, Matt Pierce, with a championship celebration to start the show. All right, next up, chat, shall we... we're definitely going to go with a match. We're going to do a 1v1 match here. What type of match should we do, guys? We have a normal match. We have a hardcore match, cage match, ladder match, first blood, Iron Man, tables match. You know, we love table matches here. But we started that off last week, so no table match for this one. Submission match, last man standing, weapons, I quit, barbed wire, Hell in a Cell, pyro, coffin. Coach Nick is voting coffin match. Anybody else? We have a coffin match or first blood. So those are going to be our two choices here. Anybody else voting for coffin or first blood?
I would say go First Blood.
First Blood, okay.
Yeah. Just in advance, a quick little disclaimer. So Jeff is I can't see Jeff's stream live, so I'm kind of more so during these segments going to be hanging out with you guys in the chat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still here and I'm still going to contribute, but you guys are seeing what Jeff's doing when he's doing it. I'm seeing it like 10 seconds later. So
Well,
yeah.
they're gonna be seeing it at the same time you are because they're watching
Yeah,
it
right,
like
exactly.
you are. But
You know what I'm saying though. You're
yeah,
talking to me
they get it.
now.
They're on
Right,
the
you're
delay
talking
just like
now, and
you
10
are. Yeah.
seconds from now that
Yeah.
happens. So yeah, I'm seeing it when you guys are. So I'm a little behind.
Oh man, so we got 2 votes to 2 votes. We got 2 for the coffin and 2 for First Blood. We need somebody to
Wait, hold
break our
on. Me and
tie
Coach
here.
Nick are battling now in the battle royale. Hold on. Oh shit. Oh no, Coach picked up the health. Damn.
All right, Trav, you get to break the tie here. Are we doing a coffin match or a First Blood match? We're gonna leave it up to Trav Rock. Hopefully he's
Newest
still
member
here.
of the King's Court.
Yes, the new member of the King's Court. All right, he may not be here. He's not responding in chat here. Let's go with, we do have 2 in our chat going for a coffin match. We'll do the coffin match. Oh, God, there's Trav, First Blood. Bam. All right.
There it is. First Blood. We're doing it.
Trav coming in with the First Blood. All right. So for our First Blood match, it is going to be 1-on-1. So who would you like to be in this match here? We got Eisuke Igarashi, the Japanese fella. We got Austin Awesome. We got Hammerschmidt. We've got Elijah Croy, which is our television champion. We have Jack Lazarus, who is the former world champion who just lost last week. We have Joey Duran.
So I'm gonna make sure the coach is happy here. Put the TV title, the TV champion in this match. Have him face the former world champion. Make sure the champions are on TV, not on the dark and elevation shows.
I like
Because that's something that
this.
coach is surprisingly extremely passionate about.
Ooh, I really like that match. I love it. All right, the television champion versus the former world champion. Hold on, why is it not letting me put the title on the line? Okay, wait, that is not the television champion I chose. One moment.
Keep going, Jeff. But here's a little interesting thing I'm looking at. So on Twitter, AEW on TV, their AEW TV account tweeted, it showed the CM Punk thing that we saw tonight on Rampage, and it says, "So what really happened to CM Punk?"
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think he's faking the whole. I had that idea in my head that I was like, what if he's faking the whole thing and he like purposely lost the match? But it makes no sense in my brain for him to purposely have lost the belt. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's very
maybe
weird.
he was just like, you know what? I wanted to do it in Chicago. That's like the only thing I can think of. Like Jordan losing on purpose in Seattle. I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody knows this, but Michael Jordan purposely lost a game 6 in Seattle so that they could go home for game 7 to win the championship.
Did he really?
Yeah. I don't
Oh
know if
my
he's
God,
ever
then yeah, there you
admitted to
go.
it, but me and my dad watched it. My dad called it as the game started. He's like, I guarantee you they're not going to win this. He's going to want to win it at home. And then they sure as hell they lost, and then they went and won it at home the next game. It was
Okay, so
against
then,
the
yeah,
Seattle
there you
Supersonics.
go. There
Yeah.
you go. That's it then. Yeah. They literally CM Punk has this whole time has done a lot of Michael Jordan-esque things in his AEW run.
Did we
His
just
thing was
figure
called
it out?
First
Did I
Kick.
just figure it out? Oh my God, this would be insane.
Jeff, you just figured it out. You finally got
One of my
Jesus
childhood
Christ.
memories. Oh my God, that would
The
be
high
nuts.
rollers have finally hit the jackpot.
Yes.
Jeff is at the slots. He just bet his wife and his car. They're already gone. He's got 1 penny left to his name. He puts it on the table. Ding, 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 ding. Oh my God.
All right, so we have Joey Duran, who is our current television champion, versus Jack Lazarus, the former world champion, for the television title in a First Blood match. Now, do you want to choose our winner here? Or do you want us to do a random winner? I like the randoms, but
I like the random winners too, you know.
yep. All right, let's do it. All right. What should be the duration of our match here? We can go up from, we're at 10 minutes, or we can go all the way to 60. Holy crap. All right, yeah, it is a title match. What should be our duration here?
I'm a big believer in title matches getting enough time on TV. Let's go 35 minutes.
Ooh, 35 minutes. Let's go. All right. 35 minutes. First blood for the television title. Let's do it. Bam. All right, we've got 45 of our 90 minutes, so I think we need another 45 minutes. All right. Next up, I'm gonna let you choose this one as well, Rome. What do you want to do next? An angle or a match?
Let's do a very quick angle.
All right. And what style of an angle you want to do? You want to do a locker room type thing, a betrayal of some sort, an injury? You want to do a debut? We
I
don't
don't
have
know if
any
they
new
have it,
wrestlers
but
yet.
I want to do like an interview where it turns into a fight.
Okay, where do we have that one at? So,
So like a backstage brawl kind of thing.
yep, backstage attack. There we go. All right, so we'll have a two. All right, do we want this to be between the men or the women?
Get the girls involved.
All right, let's get the ladies involved. All right, chat. Who do we want to be involved in this backstage segment? We will have our main character, A. Let's see, who's our champion right now? Ashley Monroe is our champion. We could have our champion go and get attacked by somebody. We have Fiona Fire. We have Heather Beam. We have Kenzie Queen. Michiko Tadachi. Excuse me. And I think that's Simone. And we got Simone with the purple hair. So let's make the champion for sure, she'll be our being interviewed. Fiona Fire and the champ. All right. So we're going to have Fiona Fire attack Ashley. Oh, I can select two. Hang on. Did I do the wrong one? Going to be an angle backstage attack. 1v1. Champion and Fiona. There we go. I had it on 1v2. We'll make some factions later on. All right, you said you wanted to make this one quick. About how long would you say? You want to go 3 minutes, 2 minutes?
I would say about 3 minutes is fine.
All right, we'll do 3 minutes. All right, next segment. Shall we do a match or an angle? I say we go match, right?
Sure, we can do a match.
All right. Do we want to do a tag team or a singles match or a battle royale of some sort?
Let's get a tag match going. Variety is the spice of life.
I agree. Tag match. Normal, hardcore, cage match, ladder match, table match, weapons, or Hell in a Cell style.
Gotta have a tables match every week, so tables match.
I agree. Another tables match it is. All right. So we're going to do the... we have fighting champions around here, so we're going to do the tag champions. On side A, it will be the Dandridge brothers, who basically are the Young Bucks, which is freaking awesome. I love how they look just like the Young Bucks. Versus, do we want to do the gentlemen that represent FTR or Lucha Brothers? Or let's see, who else do we have here? We can just create another tag team to go up against them. What do you think? Let's go Lucha Brothers or FTR.
Lucha Brothers.
All right, let's go Lucha Brothers. So we got Silver Star, the masked wrestler. And then we got Phobia, the other masked wrestler. All right, so we're going to have another random winner for the DWP Tag Team Championships in a tables match. All right, so we just made that segment 3 minutes. Let's kind of offset that 3. What do you want to do for this match? Do you want to do 22 minutes?
Or
do you want to do What do you think?
I'm thinking 12. I'm thinking 12 minutes.
12. I was thinking the same thing. All right, let's go 12 minutes for this one. All
And
right,
just
we
a
need
reminder to
another
everyone in
30
chat,
minutes here. What are you thinking about for a main event? You want to do a nice big long main event, or you want to break this up into a couple more segments?
probably do a couple more segments. But real quick, just want to remind everyone in the chat, thank you guys for hanging out. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying this playthrough of the GM game. What's it called exactly? Pro
It's
Wrestling
just called
GM.
Wrestling GM.
Wrestling GM. Thank you. If you guys are enjoying this, make sure you hit that like button. We play 20 questions on Wednesdays. We play this on Fridays. Come hang out with us.
Yeah,
But
man.
anyways, yeah, let's do a few extra segments.
All right, perfect. All right, do you want to do another match or an angle next?
Let's do a match.
Let's do another match. All right, 1v1, 1v1v1, like a 3-way dance, 4-way dance. What do you think?
Let's let the chat decide for this one. What do you guys want to see? What kind of match you want?
Yeah, where are we at, guys? We can do a battle royale of some sort. We can do a handicap match, 1v2, 1v3, 2v3. We can do a singles, that's a 1v1v1. Big T suggested battle royale. No, he's just been typing that all night.
Battle royale.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that could be our main event in spirit of how many of these battle royales we've done tonight. This is definitely a record for battle royales for me.
And as per usual, the King's Court is racking up all of the wins. Coach has won
Absolutely,
like
Jesus.
7 of them.
Okay, so for a Hell in a Cell match, we're gonna need it to be 1v1. Oh nope, we can do 1v1v1. All right, you guys want to do a 3-way dance? Oh, handicap, baby. All right, let's see if I can do a handicap in a cell. Yeah, we can do a 1v2 in a
It's not a
cell.
Hell in a Cell. It's a Doom in a Cell.
Yeah, it's Doom in a cell. Copyright reasons there, I'm sure. All right. So we've got a 1 versus 2 handicap match. All right. So I think, did we have Hammerschmidt win our Battle Royale last week? I do believe the winner was Hammerschmidt.
It was.
All right. So we're going to have Hammerschmidt be the one. I think that's a really nice. What's that?
So this is a handicap match?
Yeah, it's going to be a handicap match.
All right, so let's do this then. Let's try to, Jeff, let's see if you can remember this. So this handicap match here, it is if Hammerschmidt wins, he challenges the world champion next week in the main event.
Excellent. I can kind of write that in.
Okay.
I'll put number 1 contenders match here.
Yep. It's not a number 1 contenders match because it's a handicap match, but if Hammerschmidt wins the match, he gets a shot in the main event next week.
Nice. All right, and we'll put a couple of people in the match that he actually was in the Battle Royale with. So I do believe Isuke Igarashi was in there with him. We'll give the Japanese fella some screen time here. And let's see who else. We're going to have to put somebody with some fans. Let's go with Stone Cassidy, the guy that he threw over the ropes to win the match. All right. So we're going to have him win by pinfall. We have 30 minutes left. How long do you think this handicap Hell in a Cell match should be?
I would say 15.
15? All right, let's take up right about half of it. Ooh, this match has 4 stars of prestige and 5 stars of intensity. This is going to be crazy. All right. I wish we could see it. That would be awesome if there was some sort of, match that happened afterwards. You know what? Maybe after we actually get the AEW game, I could try to set something up where the matches actually happen. That would be really cool. All right. So we have 15 minutes left. Let's go ahead and add another segment. Do you want to go straight to the main event, or do we got another segment before we do the main event?
Let's do a quick 2-minute segment.
All right. We'll do a quick segment here. Do we want somebody to do a challenge? Do we want to do just a normal promo, a comedy sketch?
Let's do a regular promo.
Regular promo. All right. And who should we have do our promo?
I'll let you choose.
All right, so let's see here. I think what we'll do is we'll let the women's champion who was in that segment earlier and was attacked, I think we'll let her come out and do another promo to challenge Fiona Fire for a match next week. That's continuity right there. All right, so we'll have our female champion come out. She's just going to do a quick 2 minutes. Oh, I did 3 minutes, so we need 12 more minutes. Let's go ahead and we'll put all that into our main event. And Rome, I will let you decide what type of match we're going to have for our main event here. You want a 1v1? You want a tag team match of some sorts? Battle Royale?
Let's do a three-way dance.
All right. We will do a three-way dance. We can choose a regular match, a hardcore match, cage match, ladder match, weapons. The other two have already been chosen.
Hardcore match.
Yeah, hardcore match. I like it. All right. And let's see, who should we put into this one here?
No,
How
Coach,
about
I'm good with just kind of just doing it like this. You know, I think it's fun to kind of all creatively kind of come together and figure
yeah,
something out.
absolutely. So, what should this this three-way match be for? Is this going to be for a shot at the TV title or the world title, perhaps?
Yeah, let's do that. It's a shot at the TV title because
Perfect.
Lazarus might get a shot next week at the world title, so we don't want to do
Yep.
two world title #1 contender matches.
All right, so right away we're going to put in the guy who lost the TV title last week, so he gets a shot at the three-way dance. All right. Chat, is there anybody that you guys have seen that catches your eye? Joey Duran is the champion at the moment, so not him. We could try to boost somebody's popularity here in this three-way dance. We got Luca or Luke. We got those two are champs. That guy's a champ. We got Reed Sandlin. I think he's a tag, right? We got Tariq Bravado. Oh, here we go. Let's put Trey Chambers in there. He kind of looks like Max Caster. I like him.
Is Stone Cassidy in a matchup?
Yes, he was in the three-way or the handicap match.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. Go all the way down. Who's the closest to Roman? So the closest to Roman, I think, would actually be. I think that would be the current champion, actually, Matt Pierce. Kind of a bearded guy with the long, flowy hair. I don't really see anybody else. Actually, Tariq Bravado kind of has the Roman look, but he doesn't have enough fans. But let's go with Tariq. I think I've already got someone selected here. There we go. Let's go with Tariq. Hold on, he's not a main event caliber guy. Hold up. We need to think about this being a main event and how many fans are in there. So we got Elijah's going in there. Hammerschmidt's already in a match. All right, we're putting Austin Awesome in there instead of Tariq. There we go. All right, so we have number one is a heel. Number 2 is a face, and number 3 is a heel. All right, so we got 2 heels and a face in there. Perfect. All right, I'm going to let chat figure this one out. How do we finish the match? By pinfall or submission? Let's get some votes on pinfall or submission. I'm going to take the first one that I see.
Oh, Juan.
Stay, your coach is going to throw you off the cage Undertaker style. Come on, somebody. Pinfall, submission. Anybody. All right, Rome says pinfall. And we needed 12 minutes, I believe. There we go. Trav hit it up. All right, perfect. All right, so we're going to go 12 minutes. I do believe that completes. Oh, we're going to do random winner again. There we go. We have our 90 minutes. All right, so a quick recap of our show tonight. We're going to start with our champion doing a celebration for 10 minutes, Matt Pierce. Then our next match is going to be the first blood match for the television championship, Joey Duran versus Jack Lazarus. All right, next up is Ashley Monroe doing a backstage promo and being attacked by Fiona Fire. Next up is a tag team championship match between the Young Buck brothers, the Dandridge brothers, and Silver Star and Phobia, which are essentially the Lucha brothers. After that, we will have a handicap match, Hammerschmidt versus Icegate Igarashi and Stone Cassidy. All right, how do I get out of that? All right. Next up will be Ashley Monroe, pissed off that she was attacked backstage, cutting a promo challenging Fiona next week. Next up will be the main event, Elijah Croy versus Trey Chambers versus Austin Awesome for a chance at the television championship next week. All right, let's go ahead and start up the show and let's see how we did. All right, we got a pretty decent marking on our angle here. We got an 88 ranking for this Matt Pierce celebration angle. That's very, very good. 90 is like a 5-star type deal, so this is a very good. Matt Pierce has gained 10,000 followers from it, so that is excellent. Next up, we had the match, the first blood match between Joey Duran and Jack Lazarus. Did we get a 100 on this match? I believe we did. I thought that said 10 for a moment, but there's an extra 0 wrapped around down there. We got a 100 on this match. That is absolutely incredible. That is the equivalent of 6 stars from Dave Meltzer. Excellent, excellent booking, Rome. Thank you very much. All right, Joey Duran, our champion. Did he win? Yes, Joey Duran retained his championship, pulled off a 89 in this match. He gained 20,000 followers. Jack Lazarus, he pulled off a 91 in this match. Great performance by him. He gained 10,000 followers as well. That's excellent. All right. Prestige of the belt has gone up by 3 points. That's fantastic. The DWP television title. Hell yeah. Let's go. All right. Next match. We got the angle backstage between Ashley Monroe and Fiona Fire. We got a little bit of a low ranking here for this one. We got a 69 on it. We got a little bit low, but looks like the superstar Ashley Monroe gained some fans and Fiona gained a few as well for attacking the champ. So not too much harm done there. Next up, we had a tag championship match between the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers, and this got a lot lower than I thought it was going to for a tables match. We got a 69 on this one. Giggity. Let's see where things may have gone down. So the Dandridge brothers, the energy looks to be a little bit low on all four of these guys. So maybe they were just kind of sluggish from having some matches last week as well. Let's see who won here. Whoa, there we go. We have new tag team champions. That may be why we had a low ranking here. The heels won the belts away from the Young Bucks. So that might be why we had a low ranking there on that one. But we have new tag team champions. The Lucha Brothers are now our tag champs. All right, next up, we had the semi-main event of the handicap match with Hammerschmidt versus the Ice Gay and Stone Cassidy. We got a 78 on this one. Not too bad. That's kind of an average match there. Hammerschmidt put up a 74, Ice Gay 83, Stone Cassidy 86. Everybody did very good here. Got about 10,000 fans for Hammerschmidt, 500 for Ice Gay, and 500 for Stone. Let's see. I think I had Hammerschmidt win that one, right? I did not do a random on that one. All right. Next up, we had another angle with Ashley Monroe coming out being pissed off. She got the same ranking as the other match, or as the thing earlier. She got a 69. She grew some fans. All right, it is what it is. All right, next up. Did it happen again? All right, our main event. We got a really low ranking on this main event. Wow. All right, we had a 1v1v1 hardcore match via pinfall. Elijah Croy, Trey Chambers, and Austin Awesome. Let me see if I can get into this to actually see that. There we go. So we had somebody do really terrible in this match. That was Trey Chambers, the gentleman that I thought looked like Max Caster. That's kind of sad, even though he did gain some fans and he gained a lot of experience in this. Maybe we just got to get him boosted up there, And this wasn't for a title or anything like that. It was for a title shot. So, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll learn from that one. We'll try to build Trey Chambers up a little bit more in the low card, not put him into the main event in the future. But let's see what we got as an overall for Dynamite this week. We got a 76 this week. Not terribly bad. We gained 14,000 fans for the show. We gained some gold coins, actually. We gained 2 gold coins, so that's cool. We could buy wrestlers with those later on, so that'll be cool. All right, so finishing up, Daily Mystery Box. What do we get? Hey, we got some game points. Woohoo. All right, so good job tonight, guys. Let's see real quick with the product. Let's go back. Let's see, what were our 2 weeks here? How do we see the weeks? Championships. Championship for the World Championship. We have a prestige of 91. That is excellent. That's a great one. The Women's Championship has a prestige of 72, so we'll have to get that on next week's episode, try to raise the prestige of that title. Let's see here. The television title has a 71 as well. We'll get that on again. And the tag title has a 68. Let's see if we can give these guys some new... we're going to give this a break next week, actually. Their energy is very low. We're going to have to let them rest for a week at least. So we'll see how that works. All right, another fun episode here. Thank you guys very much for joining Rome and I. We're going to go back to the arena here. And again, yes, thank you guys very much for joining us here tonight. So Rome, your challenger has arrived, and I believe he has a message for you. Are you ready, sir?
Am I ready? So he's here. They're here.
He is absolutely here. He has arrived. He will be joining us shortly. As soon as you give me the word that you are ready, he's ready to go.
Sure. I mean, I'm ready, but where are they? They're coming into the podcast, right?
Yeah, they're coming into the podcast. They'll be on the display screen here momentarily.
Okay.
You are probably wondering who I am. Don't worry. I'm not the opponent. However, I do represent the opponent. My client has been very busy. Let's show you what he's been up to.
I'm back! Hello! Did you miss me, chat? Did you miss me? Oh, don't think I didn't see everything. Everything. But let's get to the matter at hand, shall we? King Rome. As you can see, I'm completely different from last time. As you can see, I'm better than ever. Like my manager said, I've been off winning and doing things, while you weaseled your way out of every single legitimate loss. How does it feel to be a loser? How does it feel to have to come up with arbitrary excuses to maintain your championship when you've lost it 2 times already? You're not even an interim champion. You're not even a regular champion. Contract this, contract that. Well, guess what? I'm under a new contract and I'm back. So I will see you at All Out. I can't wait to take that title. It's all mine. And just wait. I have one more parting gift for you all. Enjoy a preview of what's to come.
Wow. The return of Forrest. So, Rome,
Jeff, how
do you believe I have found a worthy challenger for you?
worthy challenger? That's a bit of a stretch there, don't you think? So that's my opponent. So Forrest is basically doing what is he phoning in? He's not even here. Once again, this is exactly what I tried to warn everybody about. He's not even fucking here, and I'm facing him at the pay-per-view? Come on. No, this is ridiculous. This is nonsense. You know what? Fine. I'll face him at All Out, and he's going to fucking learn, because you know what? He went off, and what did he do? So, okay, he added a few extra polygons. Great. Cool. Great. Your tits jiggle now. Congratulations. That's really cool, man. And that gameplay. Oh, man, the gameplay of him playing 2K whatever, 22, probably fucking recording that shit on the lowest difficulty. Like, I'm supposed to be intimidated by that. Look, while you were gone, Forrest, I've been here week in, week out, at least 2 nights a week, some weeks even more. And you want to come in here and, oh, guys, look, it's me, I'm back, I'm going to win the title. No, bud, no. See, that's not going to happen. This championship means so much to me, and it means everything to me. And you're not going to take it from me, because at the end of the day, you haven't learned anything. You haven't learned a goddamn thing. And that's the problem. See, you're back now with a fancier VTuber, oh my god, I'm so fucking scared. You know what? You're gonna fucking learn. You're gonna learn that if you wanna come back and you wanna go, no, it's gonna be more fucking serious than that. I want you to fucking understand me, that at All Out, I'm gonna fucking embarrass you. You're gonna leave the podcast again. Top guy out.
Wait, what? Did he just leave? Well, guys, I'm not sure if this is technical difficulties. He said top guy out, didn't he? Well, all right. Yeah, so Forrest has returned to the arena. We will see Forrest versus our reigning, defending, undisputed Broken Predictions champion, King Rome, for the at All Out, and it should be a good one. I normally don't have to do this part, man. Well, let's do this. All right, everybody. Thank you guys very much for joining us here tonight on the Broken Tables podcast. I've been your host, Jeffrey Vegas. Our gracious co-host, King Rome, has he's exited the building already. I've been told the security has already exited his vehicle out of the arena. So he says goodbye to you all as well. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We had Coach Nick, we had Big T, we had Juan C, we had everybody. We had Trav, we had let's see if I could even scroll up high enough to find anybody else, man. We had everybody here. Even Rome was in chat tonight. Thank you everybody who did join. If I didn't say your name, I do apologize. I couldn't scroll far enough to find you there. But you can catch us every Wednesday night after Dynamite, every Friday night after Rampage, and after every pay-per-view. We will be here doing a review show. Thank you guys very, very much for joining us every single night. And remember to please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell ring for notifications. And if you would like to see a notification pop up on the screen of your subscription, make sure that you do not have your subscriptions hidden or we will never know that you have subscribed. We always like to give shout outs to our new subscribers. So thank you to everybody very much. And you guys all have a great night. Top guys out, or top guy out.